So Theater 502 is about 4 years old. We're in our 4th season now. Our mission is recent and relevant theater that speaks to Louisville audiences and gets you talking. And I'll unpack that a little bit, kind of to the same line of what Joey was talking about. Great cities have more than one great theater. And 4 years ago, my co-artistic directors and I, we recognized a need in Louisville. We have in Actors Theater an amazing new play festival. We have so many small theater companies that are bringing in sort of classic works, things that audiences just love. But there was this little piece missing. Plays that had premiered elsewhere and needed a second, third, or fourth production. Plays that specifically talk to a creative community, that talk to the type of people that we're trying to attract to Louisville, weren't being done here because they were too risky. So, we try to bring those in. And our artistic side and our community side really intersect in a lot of ways. We felt like we could do work that would challenge local actors, directors, designers to do better, to do more, challenge our audiences to a degree too. Bring you stuff that is going to make you really think, that is going to comment on and create a conversation around how our world is different in tiny little ways. We love taking something very small that's going on and doing a big conversation around it. We also felt like theater should be should always be a collaborative and community-driven thing. One of the ways we do that, one of the small ways, is inviting our audiences out to drink with us after the show and talk about what they just saw. We have a play coming up. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. We have a play coming up this month. It's called Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. You might have heard a little bit about it on public media. It's had a little bit of coverage there. It premiered about 2 years ago at Playwrights Horizons in New York. It's been in DC. We're probably the 4th production to do this. And it's a really fascinating play. I like to throw it out there as a post-apocalyptic Simpsons musical. And what happens in this play is there's some kind of catastrophe, right? The electrical grid goes down, nuclear power plants melt down, and the play is not at all about that. It's about pop culture becoming mythology. 7 years in the future, 75 years in the future. And that's where that final act is where the Simpsons musical, really kind of an operetta, comes into play as the Simpsons become an allegory for the downfall of society. And it's just this really wonderfully layered play. And it's around the Cape Fear episode of The Simpsons is sort of what the main thrust of it is, which, you know, that episode, you know, it starts,
yeah. The episode starts with Bart getting these letters saying, "I'm going to kill you, Bart."
No, but doesn't she have a pen pal or something?
Oh! Yeah. No, that's something, yes. Yeah, she has a pen pal, and it's like, and that's another...
she has a pen pal from someone in some Asian country.
Yes, like a repressed country or something, and then that's Bart is thinks that is making fun of her.
Yeah, something like that, and then he gets a letter.
He gets a letter, and it says, written in what appears to be blood, like, "I'm going to kill you, Bart."
Yeah, that's right.
So he gets these letters, and everyone's really blasé about it, and then everything's shot like Cape Fear. So they're all these smash cuts where it's like, "I'm gonna kill you, Bart." like that, and then they'll sort of widen out, and then but like that Cape Fear,
the second Cape Fear.
The second, the Nero. Yeah, and so he opens a letter. He opens the letter, and it's written in blood, and then all of a sudden it's like an overhead shot, and then he's got all the letters on the table, and then it's like overhead, and it's written in blood, and then it's like womp womp womp. Yeah, that's the sound from the Cape Fear soundtrack. That's the
oh yeah, womp 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 womp.
Yeah, so right. and it's all of them like sitting around the kitchen table, and it's like, die Bart, die! I'm gonna kill you, Bart! And then like, then one's written in pen, and he's like, well, this one's written in pen, and Homer's like, oh, I wrote that one for when, I wrote that one for the time when Bart tattooed this on my butt. And then he like pulls down his pants and he has tattooed on his butt a wide load.
And that's the first few minutes of Mr. Burns' post-election. They use storytelling as a way to cope with their loss, as a way to comfort one another, and as I said, that progresses and becomes a currency in the second act and a mythology in the third. So I hope you will join us at the Clifton Center later this month for Mr. Burns. And I'm going to have to take them to rehearsal in a minute, so there'll be more chairs.